Forget Bali and why not take a 1-hour flight to one of the most unreal places on earth, filled with some of the most incredible reef, scenery and beaches I've ever seen. Today we're about to embark on an epic adventure to one of the most jaw-dropping places on earth, the Komodo Islands. We're checking off 6 of the most popular spots in just one incredible day, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. This tour has it all, from getting up close to the legendary Komodo Dragons to swimming with Manta Rays and exploring Padar Island and Pink Beach, and then visiting Taka Makassar Sand Bank for some of the clearest waters and whitest sands you'll ever see. So let's dive right in. This is my second trip to Labuan Bajo, and I loved my hotel so much the first time that I booked to stay in the same place again. This hotel honestly makes you feel as if you're staying in Santorini in Greece. It has Mediterranean-style architecture, beautiful suites, and some even have their own private pools. What I love the most is the pool, and every afternoon they have a DJ here, and it's the perfect place to relax with a cocktail. It's also a short walk to the harbour and town, which makes it the perfect choice. The day tour starts off at 7 a.m. with a hotel pickup taking you down to the harbour. We are about to get on the boat. Here's our boat for the day. We've got to climb down here to get on. The boat seats around 20 people, and our boat was full even in low season, so I suggest you book in advance. The first stop was Padar Island, and this took about an hour to reach from the harbour.
Oh dear.
So our first stop is Padar Island, and I have started the trek up. It's about 870 stairs to the top. We are about 3/4 of the way up, and I'm puffed. It is actually quite a decent hike up, but it's really well paved. But this is the view from about 3/4 of the way up. I've only got to get to the top of that point, but this is really pretty here too. The whole pathway is paved except for this top area, which is like rocky, and it's not too bad, it's not too steep. I'm usually pretty scared at walking down this sort of rocky face, but I'm actually okay. So if I can do it, pretty much anyone can. Made it to the top. So this is the view from the very top. It's so pretty. We're actually a little lucky today because we have got a little bit of cloud cover, so it hasn't been as hot. So we have an hour and a half at this spot, which is heaps of time to get up and down, stop multiple times and take photos. So it's definitely the perfect amount of time. I reckon it probably took around 40 minutes to get to the peak, and then going down is a lot quicker. Last time I did this, it was peak season and it was absolutely packed. Like, I'm talking thousands of people. There were thousands of boats in the bay, and I definitely recommend coming in low season because this is lovely. And on the day tour, you don't get all of the overnight boats either, so that could be why it's also pretty quiet. At the start and finish of the track, you will find local markets selling wooden Komodo dragons, souvenirs, and also local pearls. Make sure you barter though, because they will start off with a pretty hefty price. There are also local deers often down at the beach as well, which is pretty damn cool. It was time to jump back on the boat and head to our next spot, which was also located on Padar Island and is Pink Beach. The ride only took about 15 or 20 minutes, but this was filled with some of the most breathtaking scenery, with crystal clear waters and the beautiful green mountains in the backdrop. So we're at the second stop, which is the Pink Beach. This is still on Padar Island, and it's pink because the coral, I'll show you this. So all the coral in there is pink, which makes the sand pink. And I've just got myself a cold beer. They are $500, which is about $5 Australian. That's our boat just there, and we've got about an hour here to chill. The water is just so clear. Time for stop number 3, which is the Komodo National Park, where we get to get up close to some Komodo dragons. We've just found our first Komodo, and he is a really big one. Apparently this one is about 20 years old. The walk through the national park takes about 45 to 50 minutes and is all flat and very easy.
Population Komodo Dragon in this island about 1600.
Really? Wow.
Yes, and then Pink Island in here like 33,000 hectares.
Wow. There are 7 deer. So beautiful. All up, we saw 3 different Komodos and loads of deer, and we're going to go ahead and have our lunch now on Komodo National Park Island. No, thank you.
Excuse me, want to buy something? Komodo Dragon?
On the way to stop 4, and this one is my favourite. We are at the sandbar and it is so freaking pretty. It is absolutely beautiful here. The last time I was here it was stormy and it was crowded and it wasn't very nice, but today we have got it on the most perfect day, and I tell you what, this is one of the highlights of today. The water is just like literally so crystal clear. It is so pretty. I'm repeating myself a million times, but this place is just so pretty. The last 2 spots were snorkeling spots, and we started off at Manta Point where we saw 2 manta rays, a shark and a turtle. Our guide then took us to a second secret location which had about a dozen manta rays. This was over shallow reef and they were so close. At one point I had about 5 underneath me and they were just gliding and dancing, and it was one of the most magical experiences I've ever had. That was absolute madness. There was like a dozen, at the second spot there was like a dozen in the water and they were just like dancing underneath. I've never seen that many and been that close to them. It was insane. And that was the end of this tour. It truly was one of my favourite tours of all time. You'll find all the links in the description below, as well as a link to my full itinerary. Make sure you like and subscribe and check out the rest of my content throughout Southeast Asia and Indonesia.